The story of the Russian Empire is one of big dreams, growing bigger and then falling apart. It's a tale of ambition, power, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. We begin in Moscow in the Middle Ages, a city that would become the heart of a vast empire. The year is 1547, and a young Ivan IV, who we'll call Ivan the Terrible, steps onto the scene. His reign would change the course of Russian history forever. He makes himself Tsar, showing he wants to make Russia a powerful empire. This was a bold move, signaling his intent to centralize power. Ivan was tough and didn't give up. His determination was unmatched, and he ruled with an iron fist. He took control and stopped the powerful boyar families. This move was crucial in consolidating his power. He went east, taking over the Khanate of Kazan and pushing Russia's borders to the Ural Mountains. This expansion was a significant achievement. Ivan's time as Tsar was full of growth, but also lots of scary stuff. His reign was marked by both progress and terror. He created a strong central government. This was a key factor in the stability and strength of his rule. Even with the bad things, Ivan's rule set up Russia to be strong. His legacy was a mixed one, but undeniably impactful. Tough times followed Ivan's death, but in 1613, Mikhail Romanov became Tsar, starting something new. This marked the beginning of a new era. The Romanovs would see Russia grow bigger than ever before, becoming a huge empire. Their dynasty would shape the future of Russia for centuries to come. Peter the Great changed everything. He was a visionary leader who saw the potential for Russia to become a powerful and modern state. He became Tsar in 1682, at a time when Russia was largely isolated from the rest of Europe, and he really liked the new things happening in Western Europe. The advancements in science, technology, and culture fascinated him. He started changing Russia, bringing it into the modern world. He invited European experts to Russia to help implement these changes. Peter went to Europe undercover, learning about their culture and technology. He visited shipyards, factories, and universities. He came home wanting to make Russia just as advanced, building a strong army and navy, and even a new capital city. This new city would be a symbol of Russia's new direction. On the wet, swampy land by the Neva River, St. Petersburg was built, showing everyone Peter's big plans. It was a monumental task that required immense effort and resources. Peter changed the army, giving them new training and weapons, and he built a navy. This transformed Russia's military capabilities. He also reorganized the government, making it more efficient and centralized. This helped to strengthen his control over the vast Russian Empire. Peter's changes were sometimes harsh, and he wanted everyone to obey. His methods were often strict, but he believed they were necessary for progress. But he made a big difference. His efforts laid the foundation for a modern Russian state. Russia became a major power in Europe because of Peter. His vision and reforms elevated Russia's status on the global stage. His changes affected Russia for a long time after, setting it up to keep growing. The legacy of his reforms continued to shape the nation. His reforms started a complicated relationship with the West that would last a long time. This relationship would influence Russia's future interactions with Europe. After Peter the Great, Catherine the Great, a German princess, became the Russian ruler in 1762. She was known for her intelligence, ambition, and strong will, which helped her navigate the complexities of Russian politics. Catherine liked the Enlightenment's new ideas, and she supported education and cultural exchange. She invited European philosophers to her court and corresponded with many intellectuals of her time. Russia had a great time for literature and art when she was in charge. The arts flourished, and Russian culture began to gain recognition across Europe, but Catherine also knew how to use power. She stopped peasant revolts without mercy. Her reign was marked by a mix of progressive ideas and ruthless control. Catherine also kept growing the Russian Empire. She took Crimea and parts of Poland, expanding Russia's influence significantly. She even went east into Central Asia, making Russia bigger. Her territorial ambitions knew no bounds. Catherine made sure Russia was a powerful country in Europe. Her military and diplomatic efforts ensured Russia's place as a major European power. But the rich people and the peasants grew further apart, and people started to feel unhappy. The social divide became more pronounced under her rule. These problems would eventually cause a revolution. The seeds of discontent were sown during her reign, leading to future upheavals. The Russian Empire was huge, but it had hidden problems. Lots of different people and religions lived there, and many didn't like being ruled by Russia. The serfdom system, where peasants were forced to work the land, caused lots of suffering and anger. The Crimean War showed that Russia wasn't as strong as everyone thought. Other European powers beat Russia because its army and supplies were old-fashioned. Losing the Crimean War made Russia realize it needed to change. Tsar Alexander II freed the serfs in 1861. But the peasants were still poor, and people were starting to think about revolution. In the late 1800s, more and more people in Russia wanted a revolution. The unfair serfdom system still caused problems. Factories were being built quickly, but workers had bad jobs and low pay. When Tsar Alexander II was killed in 1881, it showed how divided Russia was. His son, Alexander III, cracked down on anyone who disagreed with him, forcing them to hide. The Russo-Japanese War in 1904 and 1905 showed again that the Tsar's government wasn't strong. The war and the Bloody Sunday massacre started the 1905 revolution. It didn't work, but it showed that the Tsar wasn't as powerful as he seemed, and bigger changes were coming. World War I started in 1914, and it was the end of the Russian Empire. Russia wasn't ready for a modern war and lost many soldiers. The war hurt Russia's economy and infrastructure. There wasn't enough food and people suffered. The Tsar made a bad decision to lead the army himself in 1915. By 1917, Russia was ready to explode. The February Revolution in 1917 forced Tsar Nicholas II to give up power, ending the Romanov family's rule. The new provisional government had lots of problems and lost control when the Bolsheviks took over in the October Revolution. The huge Russian Empire was finally gone. The Russian Empire's story is complicated. It controlled a lot of land for many years and changed the map of Eurasia. When it ended in 1917, a new era of fighting over different beliefs began. Even now, the memory of the Russian Empire affects the region. When Russia took Crimea in 2014, it reminded people of Russia's past. The Russian Empire might be gone, but its story is still important. It teaches us about the dangers of wanting too much power and how powerful ideas can be. As Russia thinks about its past, the things that happened long ago still affect what's happening today and what might happen in the future.